used for copy. This is the drive we're going to put the data on. And this is the unit we need to repair. This drive has been opened previously. Got this unit, 500 gig Seagate. Okay, so before we start, we need to find out what kind of parts we're going to use. These drives park their heads on the platter surface, so that makes it a bit more challenging to extract it. The usual, you know, head combs that are used for most modern drives are not going to be good, because something has to go into the platter surface and actually lift heads out and drag them out without having to contact the platter surface at all. So the label will be a good reference to find donors that are close match, but ideally we would like to have, other than the information that's here, we would like to also know what kind of preamplifier it has. Sometimes information that is matched nearly as close as possible to the label sometimes can have different preamplifier, and preamplifier difference can make a huge difference in terms of whether or not those parts are going to be compatible. So this is a T6 screwdriver on the back. Actually, no, T8, my bad. T8 screwdriver on the back. I'm going to undo the PCB, hook it up to PC3000, because right now the drive is, like, I know that the drive is clicking. Customer made me aware of that fact. I'm not going to try to run it with those heads any longer. There's no point in it. But the PCB itself, in the boot code mode, will be able to provide me with all the information that I need to know. Okay. But just need to sync it up to something. It's going to run the utility as a common utility. And to this, I'm just going to say cancel it, doesn't matter. I'm going to set the, let's go to tool extensions, work with flash ROM image file. And we're going to read it via book code, and we're going to step it up to fast read. Hit OK. Okay, remove. We don't need to do that. This new terminal is really something. Reads so fast. This is amazing. I'm gonna name it 5640. 5640. So this is the content of the ROM, and we're gonna go up here and look for SAP. And in the SAP we have, where should we be looking? Yeah, I should have been here. Preamp type 0373. So that's preamp type on this unit. (0373). Hook up just the drive by itself. All right, by pressing Alt P, we're going to ID the drive, and by pressing Control Z, we're going to bring up the terminal, and Control L. We have the info that we need, 7323. And what was our other one? $7303. Let me just go and back up all the resources, and system file. Modify this. Let's check the reading ability of this drive, and if it can read. Oh, it has restricted. So the express test shows us that the drive reads well, and it's and that it's ready for some business. start recording. So this is the drive that I swapped heads on. It's connected to SATA 0 channel. So the drive made a little bit of calibration noise, and auto detection points us directly to the utility. I had to modify one of the system files a little bit to make it act fine, but none of the adaptive transfers from the donor to the patient were necessary. The drive pretty much acted up pretty good as soon as that system file was modified. So let me show you the performance of the unit. Let's say we're going to go into sector edit just to see if the drive can read, and as you can see, it can read really well. This is the first sector, this is the last sector. That means it can see from the beginning all the way to the end, so there's no problems with translation or whatnot. Go back, and universal utility, I already obtained a full image, so I'm going to run the universal utility for you to show you how it can read through express test. As you can see, nothing really lights up red here. That's good news. And we're just going to go from 0 lba to read further. Look at that. It reads pretty much like a brand new drive. Those yellow hang-up spots, that's totally normal. Drive of this age, even if it was never used, will probably have similar amount of these yellow boxes. It's totally fine. It's not even an error, it's just it takes longer to read it than usual. The person who sent me this device sent me a 640 gigabyte as well. So I'm gonna hold on to an image that I've made already. I'm gonna make a sector by sector clone onto that 640. So that 640 gig drive can also be used to boot the machine in an instance if they need the machine to work again. This was a mechanical failure from the beginning, so technically if we obtain 100% of sectors, which I already did, the target drive that they supplied should be good enough to boot that same machine. So that's what we're going to go for. If you have any questions, comment section, let me know what you think. And if you experienced a problem with the hard drive that all of a sudden started clicking, beeping, buzzing, making all kinds of noises, don't hesitate to check out the description box, find a link to our website, and request help there. For those who follow this channel, guys, I appreciate your support as usual. Thank you so much, and hoping to see you in the next episode. For those who are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, and notification button also. That way you'll know when the next video about data recovery drops, so you can check it out. It's been fun. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next episode.